Let us go. Wait. This is a big ship. Not a tiny little thing at all. Those giant engines, holy hell, they're big.
How were right, Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Oh god.
Everyone with me? Here they come. It needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rossfield. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Behind you! I'll have you know earthbreaking here. One struck fear into the heart of every man in the city.
How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast!
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers. Aye, aye.
Goodbye. Oh god. Phew.
That was
Ocean
easy
next.
enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain? Clive?
God damn it, he's still alive.
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
No. Unfortunately not.
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? A boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are ya? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through in Odin's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will be fun.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, run for it!
You pull into that water wheel, you're gonna be a dead man. Whew. The Naldia Narrow. Einherjar. 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 Herjar. Einherjar.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back.
I mean, if you manage to get your allies, plus Prince Dion rallies his armies, then
Cheerio!
at least Waloed can be sieged. And their last Mothercrystal assaulted,
Do keep up, my boy!
forcing Ultima's hand one more time.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Ah, Prince Dion. I say he's probably gonna try to rally some force.
Great God of mercy.
You're the Emperor now if you choose to be.
All this. What have I done?
mean to do it, boy.
My lord.
Ultima definitely controlled you at the end there. We're going to fight a kraken, maybe.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours! Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigor's gas!
Barnabas.
Hard apart! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
Through the maelstrom.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Goodbye. Free potion, let's go.
I need to hurry.
Gotta be quick, Clive. Josh will do as much as he can against Odin.
No! There he is! He wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra shepherds!
Okay. Oh god. Stop. Farther down, Clive. Or farther up, as the case may be. Oh. Treasure chest. Sorry. Sorry, Jules! Sorry, bro. I need the treasure chest. I'm sorry. Okay, what we got? There it is.
There are many of us, and only one Jill,
You came.
get back.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
That's terrifying. Oh god. We're running around literally on the ocean floor while we're waiting for it to surround us.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
Hi, Barnabas.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mothercrystals and restore balance to the world.
Come.
Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. I try. In the short time since our last meeting, you've grown much. As a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the Blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods.
Okay, come on.
I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other reasons to sway you. Defend yourself! Assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, It wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The Eikon. It is too much for even his chosen few.
Yeah, it comes
Apart
off at the
from
top,
you,
even though it shouldn't.
Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Wow. Wow, game.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. need only wait till dawn.
Oh.
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
Look at those abs. Holy hell.
Is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me.
We got bright lights covering everything out. Everything up. Darn it, just kiss already! God damn it! Jill, come on, take what you want. You're so refined. You want your boy. There's no one to cock-block you now.
Continue on. Having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we
That's
might
not what
one
I
day
meant.
look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know.
Just kiss your balls.
Could bring me so much joy.
They were in the water and it was very cold. They got out there drying off. Finally! Thank God! That's all I get though. I just get to see them naked and kiss. That's it. Nothing else. I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game. You can't show anything else. But come on! They showed his abs. They showed her underboob. A lot of side boob. Kinda showed his butt. Like half of it. Yes, just put your arms around each other. Thank God. We're finally a couple. It only took 80% of the game to get there. Thorval's like, oh, I'm tired. You guys kept me up all night. Can I sleep some a little bit longer?
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not.
No.
Besides, there is something we must do first.
Gotta raise an army.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mothercrystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
I mean, we just go raise an army and storm Ash instead. Instead of them coming to us, they can't move to us, so we bring the fight to them. Wants to be a dick? What?
It says Odin split the sea in two.
she's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall. I struggle to believe it myself. I see your uncle isn't with you. He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash. You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic. Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading. We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose. Let's hope so.
Across the Narrow. I'm going to guess this is the point of no return.
I should visit
Or will be
Joshua,
soon.
assuming Talia will allow it.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
Under new management, which is probably... Oh, the brothel. Rekindling the Flame 2. Oh my god.
Seen enough?
Why must you do this to me, game? Any new... No new hunts! Really? I have new of everything else, but no new hunts, apparently. There's only one left, I think. I think the whole board is going to lead up to there just being one left. And it's going to be an S rank. Because it has to be.
How are you
Hey,
feeling,
Joshua.
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken.
Until I start streaming on Fansly, that's not going to be a thing. And I probably will never do that. Because, I am not that kind of lady.
The prince feels the same.
The most you'll ever get of me is maybe a swimsuit. Or some lingerie. If I really decide to do, like, After Dark stream-like thing. But that would be it. And even then, that's probably not going to be my thing. Let's be honest. I do want to get some new outfits, though. In due time, in due time. There really are. I would rather have... I would like a nice swimsuit. But I would rather have a nice suit. I'd like a, more of a wizardy outfit at some point. More of a, maybe a witchy outfit. There's just too many. There's just too many of them.
What is this place?
You can also look refined and sexy without having gigantic boobs everywhere. I'm just saying. Yeah, this whole thing is going to be us basically rallying all the rest of the armies of Storm to attack Ash. That's going to be how this story is going to go. Bahamut, Phoenix, Shiva, Iftrit.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Little soul lanterns.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Exactly, Bajawi. Exactly. You can quote me on that.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear.
I mean, he did manipulate
and for
you.
It, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
I know, I know.
You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Duh.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Like I said.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor!
Exactly.
I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Not a lot we can do, Taria, when we're dealing with freaking Doom at literally every turn. There's recklessness, and then there's, oh god, we're all going to die if we don't do something.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing another one. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top. But, let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. Only mithril engines get hotter. You can't chuck. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out event, and I hear you once helped Helena get her hat.
Sure.
If it's for
Why
the good of
not?
the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
You've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But we've collected as many as we can, and I know where we...
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes?
That's it in a nutshell. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Jesus. Even weirder science. So the first was weird science. This is weirder science. I'm going to guess nobody here has ever seen the weird 90s TV show. It was an 80s TV show called Weird Science. Or the weird movie that spun off the TV show. Probably not. Probably not.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do if something ain't done soon.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing.
God almighty. You all are going to kill me. I am going to die. I'm going to die of side quest overload. This is what's going to happen. Let's go get my equipment scene too, because I should be able to make a new sword.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
Ice brand.
Should last you a good while. Anything else?
Oh my god, there's quests in the letters too. Why? Why must you do this to me, game? The game is all rear-loaded with side quests. Not back-loaded, not front-loaded, rear-loaded.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. But I can speak to her at least.
There's like 8 quests here right now. Like, dear God, people, come on. Well, let's go speak to Doris really quick, then I'll go to the other unlock quest, then I'll go talk to Vivian. Actually, maybe I'll talk to Vivian first. After I talk to Doris, and then I'll go talk to the other side quest person.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at my job, actually. When she heard what the mission was...
Did she?
Oh, God.
Following up on some... Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by... I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
God.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
Lady. We're fighting for everyone's lives here. Quit being a butt.
Barnabas Thom. The one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
Too bad we don't have Sid still around.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Let's go. Yeah, more side quest, Daddy Spoon. More. Infinite, one might say. I've been saying the game has backloaded these quite a bit. Rear loaded, whatever. This has to be the last push, honestly. Or the second to last one.
Sid! Vaguely. I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morgan. I fear the soil here does. However,
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with
Morbles.
I know Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Why not?
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have...
This game. We started with a Morble as our first mega boss. We end with a Morble as our last hunt. God help me. Is it an S rank? Is it a triple S rank? A double S? God help me. God help me.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Why is there another quest over there now? I literally took all of them. What are you doing to me, game? This game.
The stew's awfully thin.
Well, you know what? I'm over here. Let's go say hi to everyone. Yeah, let's go say hi to everyone. Everyone.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes everything. Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject, and what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
If it please your grace, might I one day...
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
Society.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Oh, don't tell me the stew's awfully thin these days.
Oh, what do you expect? Farmers are abandoning their field.
Up this way. Go get this other side quest that just popped up out of nowhere. Go see where this marble is.
Is something wrong?
Not at all, honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Oh my god. There are so many green check marks everywhere. There is no god. There is only pain. There is only green pain. Endless green pain.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
It's only a B rank. Oh, there we go. S rank. Pandemonium. The King of Orcs. So he's somewhere in the twins. Okay.
Please, Your Grace. My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled.
My lord. Yes. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion...
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The draft... So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades, and thankfully a recipe was found. And our supplies are almost... Unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that...
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently. The search continues for a new source.
So it's only that you can't reach it?
Well, yes.
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides...
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Okay. We have a lot of places to go. The marble is... I'll double check where the marble is again, but I'm pretty sure I know where the marble is. Where it's likely to be anyway. Whispering Waters, which is going to be in the one location. We'll open up the other quest here, and we'll start murdering everything around here. Oh, game.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Hey, Martha, what's going on?
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade. Seeds for planting. Thought it was... I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime. But if these poor's going to survive, as of those poor bearers, they've lived their whole lives in servitude. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't there? That should be enough to keep them in gazelle greens for...
Okay.
Gazelle greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. Better that than something that'll wither away at first. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
All right. Game just wants to give me more to do. I see how it is. I see how it is, game.
What are you after?
Oh god.
Take care out there, eh?
Just because the heavens have gone to reckon.
Nearly done.
Where is she at?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, the Silent Waters. The Whispering Waters, yeah, it's over there. That's where I thought it was going to be.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit.
Where is she at, though?
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too. Mostly green though.
She has to be inside. If this is the case. stairs. No. Was she over here? Yeah, there she is. Okay.
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid.
You.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So?
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid. But
then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearer.
The Baum archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Okay. Whew. We got a lot of ground to cover. Okay. It's okay, this won't be too bad. We'll go out from here. We'll write down. If we hit that one, we might as well do the Whispering Waters as well, because it'll be close. And then we'll go from there. Let's go.
Good girl.
They should be right down here. Oh. Other direction. Those are bombs. Why are there bombs in the middle of the marsh? Who knows? That's the question. Let us not think too hard on that. Okay. I'm fine, Joshua. I'm fine.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. I won't be thinking anything till they're gone. There's one thing for it.
Darn it. Round into paste. Oh, I got Gav with me. Oh, nice. Where is it? Here we go.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote. Run like the wind.
Quest 1. We're doing this for probably like a half an hour, 45 minutes if I had to guess, before we can move on to the next one. Or move back onto the main story quest, but that's okay. Not too bad. Thankfully there's like 3 things right in a row down there. So that'll be nice to take care of. Alright, B rank, let's go.
Thanks, Gal.
Come on out. Oh. Carrot. Its name is Carrot. At least it's not Cat Carrot. Oh god, already. Oh god. Oh god! Not gonna kill it yet. Even if I unleash with all my other abilities, so let's... Oh god. Too slow. And dead. Not too bad. Marble tendril,
That was
marble
definitely anything
flower.
ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Alright, we'll start down. We'll go to East Pole next, then we'll go down there and work our way east. And that should be pretty good. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hello, Sir Wade.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Here we go.
These are
Close
Gazal
out this
green
one.
seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. But they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering.
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size.
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before...
What if you could call on
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
I'll go
My
get something to
friends,
drink. Thank you for
I
the head
humbly beg your
pats.
aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What do you do?
All right. Give me a sword. I
never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
I mean, if you don't have any weapons, a frying pan's a good club. It's a metal club.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, await. But you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together. Everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall. That Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
As I was gonna say, frying pan's better than nothing. You get hit with that upside your head. It's gonna hurt.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes.
We can't let these people fall.
We won't.
Goodbye.
The Looks like
I'm
that's
a
the last
little
of them.
superhero.
Lord Rossfield!
Couple of
Change of
them.
plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Not here.
Come to tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest?
The curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Mothercrystals.
Alright.
This is no time to ride. Good girl.
The arbitrary cutoff of where I can summon my bird versus where the stupid quarrel is. Or the open area is. Probably in the open area? Yeah, down here.
There it is. With me, Joshua.
Come on, you.
Too slow.
Come on, you. Smashed in the face.
Back to Eastpool.
Good job, everybody. Good job. Infinite murder. There's not gonna be any more animals or wild things to kill here. All the wildlife's gonna turn Akashic and it's all gonna be dead. Such is life.
Lord Rossfield, the curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together.
We never had nothing to call our own before, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us. And still we doubted you, but there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now. So we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind Marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Ooh.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again, and a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work, told me I was giving them relief but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I'm just impressed. Holy hell. A little tired though. It has been a long weekend. It's a lot, even though you're just playing... I'm just playing games and chatting a little bit. It's a lot to do every day. I'm glad I didn't decide to, do the entire stay up late everyday thing. I was thinking on staying up late and then keeping the stream running the entire time. And then having to set up stuff between big breaks, but then after OBS issues and other things, I was kind of like, oh god. I was like, this is probably going to be a bit much to try to make sure it works out constantly. So instead of trying to, you know, make something work that may not work at all, let's take it a little bit easier, shall we?
Good. They haven't How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lack, I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more?
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you, it appears we have company.
Oh. Hi. You noticed me, eh?
You're welcome to try.
Hi there. No. There we go. I don't know if it's always good, but it is definitely a good thing to take breaks. Okay, lady. I murdered all of your men.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, she raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn. And had such But you proved yourself a master of both. How about it?
I never swore my blade to you. To liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, master.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Alright, we'll finish up the... You teleported me back to the hideaway, gosh darn it. It's okay.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here. Or anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
God. You know, if I knew it was gonna teleport me back here, I would have gone the other way first. That's okay.
The stew's awful.
I'll turn this in. Go back there, do that quest, and then move on to the next location. Lost Plume, Silent Sow, Advent.
Sid.
Here.
Here you go, here's your tendril, gosh darn it. Take it.
What an amazing When I successfully graft...
Just give me the better potions. Give them to me. Come on. That's all I want. Just some better potions. These our plants look pretty. We got a good garden.
It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. Why, I dare say such a vine graft will yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. You've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more. But this time, with the petals from the invigorated Morgan, you must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Oh god! Hey Grace! Thank you for the raid! Hello Saleem, hello Sleepy the Shiba. Grace, what have you been up to? How are you doing? Long time no see. Welcome, welcome. I'm Oscar Renee de Cicero, aka AsuReDi, variety streamer, hard game player, and we are currently playing Final Fantasy XVI. Going through all of the side quests. All of them. Every single one. Yep. This is my life now. I am doing good. I am in the... Oh, we can even tell you. Let's see. I am 87% of the way through the game apparently, so... Major spoilers. Played it for too long, send help. No. I've only been playing it since Thursday. About 8 hours, 9 hours every day. Minecraft, you say? Are you still making your wonderful sky palace, or is it done? Also, feel free to disappear, Salim, if you don't want spoilers.
Yote.
Okay.
I brought back all the
Enjoy
stone and water I could
lurking.
find. Will this be enough?
Yeah, this has to be the
Yes,
last
my
major
lord.
side quest.
I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
Like,
Very
push.
glad to hear it.
Very good.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
Thanks,
I am honored
Grace.
that you should say so.
Enjoy
But I
lurking.
beg you,
Bye-bye.
my lord. Do
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. We have... Let's go back here. I need to go do... this quest, and then go do the other one up in Northreach, which I think there are 2 of. And then I need to go... to... at least a couple back in Zemekia.
Good girl.
I wonder if the big orc man is down there. Oh. This village is screwed. So screwed.
The whole village is turned. I can walk from here.
Poor people. Okay, enjoy studying, shall we? Who knows, you might come back at some point and find that you're watching the end of the game. So these side quests feel like they're going to take a while because there's so many of them. Holy hell. Let's go... Nope. Nope. There we go. Fallen sphere.
You deserve a rest. I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Murder time.
Spherical echo.
There it is. Mine.
This is
One down. Okay. What we got here? Let's go see what's in this quest first, and then we can see if we need to go that way for both or different directions. Let's see what Isabella's up to.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
I don't trust this Duke.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his radiance at the... Not that any of those things still exist.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold. A foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army rem.
He would rob the populace to...
Believe me. I have used every means of persuasion.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers ran.
How? By a man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire Philippe's comrades. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. No. Any attempt to, given the mood around town, mutiny may yet...
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal for your services to Northreach? You have the... And unlike Philippe... No, well...
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then. Where will I... In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Can I smack him? Smack him with the back of my sword. That would be the easiest way to remedy this solution.
A remembrance ceremony. Let's hope we didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants. We already have a leader in the Dane.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass, but you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the self, and I shall see. But tell me, is it wealth?
Neither, Your Eminence.
Oh god, it's this guy.
You are worried the expanded gap. Yet you needn't be. The pride of place, in fact. For too long, but no more. For it is the...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely which is more than can be said. The Empire wants for a capital, and... with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the... we need only build a wall around both to create... Plans are already under... Soon enough, these thralls...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
the people will do. If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, one whose authority, that is why this levy is necessary, so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and yet there are those who persist in peddling.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that? You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
God. I mean, so the guy isn't entirely wrong.
He's the only one who survived.
In the sense that if you do want to have a well-fortified outpost, you do need probably to have more soldiers and money to support them.
Could be.
But
What is it? Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening if the dame said she wanted him run out of town.
God.
That so-called Duke is asking too much. He'll take everything.
Moderation is key, especially in a very troubled time.
What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't you build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains given, we'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes. The garrison salvaged what they could from
Sell anything today? I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place, and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Probably a bit more random if we had to guess.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well...
It's not only control of the garrison he wants. We already have a leader in the Dane.
Of course his soldier's going to understand that a little bit better.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet,
Sabine, you are embarrassing.
One at a time now. Is enough for it?
You're the one who's talking to his On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate.
Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Well, what do you think?
Where's our Philippe man?
Welcome back.
There he is.
Great to give you
Captain,
For you? So thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Kind of one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of things. There definitely has to be some kind of give.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
I don't trust this Duke.
Ah, Clive, were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it right. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it.
Why?
Because I realized what really... Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Right back. Just making sure the puppies are alright. They're not doing naughty things. Or hurting each other or anything.
Your town needs you.
Saw the captain just now.
I would speak with this duke.
What does the dame have to say?
Where's the item trader? I think she's... Here she is.
Do you see anything you like?
Okay. Gotten all the things you have already.
And a fine day to you.
Let's go get that spear that's over here.
This is no time to ride.
Literally like 2 feet away.
Good girl.
Okay. Less than a meter, one might say. Okay. There's a silver lobo. Silver lobo. We have to call it a silver lobo instead of calling it a silver wolf, but you know. That be what Final Fantasy do. What's up there? Let's go. Okay. Okay. Goodbye. This is mine now. Okay. Nothing else here, right? And I don't expect... That's when we fought the dragon. We fought something there already. That was a quest location. So we've done something all the places here so far. So there shouldn't be any other hunts up this way. So let's go down this way and see what we find. Hello, my friend.
Clive! I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Just as the good Lady Jane and...
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how...
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside, and they have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, the longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
Sure. Why not?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul.
He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
Joy upon joys. Of course. Let us go.
What's the difference between a lord and a knight?
A league of outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
Like not
Let's see.
seen before.
What's up, Victor, my man?
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, a sentiment Master Lubor.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits, and he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon.
All right.
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me.
Oh, good. It's all kind of in the same direction, at least.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Where's Ned?
Time to do some murder. Preemptive murder. The kind that stops random people from coming up and trying to stab you in the back. Let's go.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned.
We make this quick.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
Where's the healer? No. We're experts at murder here. Nothing escapes our murderous intent.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandit.
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in. They're saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. Some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him, and without a Christ...
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was...
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing.
You're right.
Joy, of course, I have to go back to town. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
And now I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for well, it was...
We're sorry, Lubor, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something. And convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them.
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however.
I'll do what I can.
Lubor,
I can't promise anything, but...
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you.
I've seen...
As have I, Lord Underhill. The rumors that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now. But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be...
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. And they will thank you not to get involved.
I'd be like, and you will die without equipment and weapons to handle yourself against the,
Townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might...
All right.
Dummies. Not the smartest people, unfortunately. The people who are kind of religiously or
I assume
whatnot
the
zealous
situation
is
hope-
bad. They act very dumb.
There's still hope.
What are you gonna do?
But perhaps not in this lifetime.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense into them in the end.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true. That was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones, it is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this, but it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Sometimes people are just very silly. Unimaginably so.
Can you believe?
I think we'd better shut up shop for today.
Sounds like something's happening in the square.
Just gonna say, the next times you guys get invaded,
Good day,
and you
my
have no
lord.
weapons or anything to help you, you can be like, oh, why don't we have anything? Where did it all go? And I'll be like, well, you ran out your only option at success, so hope you enjoy it. Hope it was worth it. God. Don't mind me.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
It's always hard for me personally to put myself in certain people's shoes, just because I've never had a very righteous streak, at least not in the same way one might call having a righteous streak, nor zealous or any of that sort.
You deserve a rest.
Okay.
That's all of them.
Hey, Daddy Spoon, how are you?
Cross his toes now.
I'm gonna blame it on the puppy.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
Clive!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are... Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at...
Well done.
Welcome back. Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost, keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya?
God.
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah, but that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost.
Vulcan.
Not himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Prick or not, I won't abandon Dravost to a swarm of Akashic.
Just say the word. The villagers know to keep out of sight when the fighting starts.
You,
Let's go.
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
Yay.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Oh boy. Murder time. More murder. Oh. It's a big horn.
All right.
Great.
Which one of you's first?
Caustic leg eater. A griffin. Great. That it?
Is that it?
No.
Apparently not.
Oh. It's a Final Fantasy XIV Chimera.
Not getting past me.
He has Dragon's Breath. Oh, Ram's voice, get out of the way. Okay. Oh, wrong way. Goodbye. Okay, so we got Ram's voice off and didn't get Dragon's voice, so that's good. Wouldn't have been able to hit me though, because I was staying too close to him the entire time.
No, the
Only got
question
one
is,
off.
did I miss any?
Good question.
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall.
Good.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later.
Sid! You're enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly...
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your...
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village is dangerous.
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you, so... thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened, I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravosh isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we...
That's a kind offer. There's people who trust their lives to my steel. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
Something else for my smithy. Ah.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from...
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. But the engravings on that thing, and they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. Between the two of us.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome, as long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Joy. That sounds exciting. I like that. Make me... God dang it, why is there another quest up there? Do you all hate me so? Alright, let's go do this quest. We've almost done all of the side quests now. We're so close. So close. I can taste it. I can taste it. Hey, buddy.
Lord Rosfield.
Perhaps. My brother, have you learned anything of note since last we...
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every...
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues if you would consent to do so in my stead.
All right.
They will be most... Might I suggest you take the road? It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey.
Whew. Okay.
It's kind of you to take an interest in the Undying's affairs, brother.
I can't have you all keeping secrets from me, can I? Are you buying or selling? Come again.
So it wants us to go through Titan's Wake to the west. We'll go down there in a moment. Let's do this one first. Gonna assume this is the one that lets Eloise, if she wants, to join the Silver Path people.
What's happening?
Providing things haven't gone south.
Ah, Clive.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in run, but I still have much and more to prepare. You couldn't do me a quick favor.
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how, find out exactly how much faster I need.
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Trading places to... Also, where's the merchant here? Oh, like right here.
Well met. May Gilbert smile upon you.
Don't blame yourself, El. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Bonnie came to give me a message from our intermediate. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer.
None at all.
El, What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
They're trying to get under your skin, let's be honest. They're like, why have you come join us?
But I thought we were the only ones the fist. How did the consortium even find out?
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get it. Even if I fail to free these bearers, someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it?
Haha, apparently.
Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this... She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now, and if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off.
I'll do my best. All right.
Okay, so it's just south
To
from
Randalar,
here.
then. Better not keep Eloise waiting.
Okay. Maybe I'll let my puppies in a moment. Letting them exhaust themselves so they can lay down and relax for a little bit.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I don't know why you guys want to go through. The Crystal Dominion is completely broken now. There's not a lot left there, so...
Right.
Seems like a silly idea to want to go down there. Given the current state of everything. Oh, she's up on the thing here? Okay.
Thanks, girl.
You guys are really gonna chase me all the way over here. I tell you what.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then.
Alas, you are too late. We rarely take on such unconventional. The bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings.
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Piss the lady off. What you gonna do?
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randall.
So you never...
No. I entertained the... I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did. And if what he... They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
Oh, joy.
Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but they need help, and...
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo.
Joy.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Everybody's gotta get, you know, get in on this being murdered thing here. Come on, guys. Let's not get murdered. I know the world is... No. I know the world is chaos, but we all don't need to, you know. Everybody needs to die right away. Come on now. Okay. We're down this way.
Time to fight.
Here to the right.
Back to the stables, girl.
What's the situation?
Where be the dragon?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that.
Thankfully, he's a bearer, so he may not become corrupted.
Not here. Come on. Faster!
Oh boy.
Where are you, Theo?
Everything here is terrifying. Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Soil and snow!
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Easier than the giant dragon we fought earlier. Over 50,000. I'm going to assume over 100,000 is going to be one of them. Probably the gold ring trophy. Goodbye. Nice.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh no.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Elle. Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Aw. What it means to be a good person. In a world filled with terrible things.
I think I'll be all right now.
Yeah, he's dead.
True bravery he showed.
leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses, and I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead, a late bloomer. In more ways than one, for unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Aww. God's almighty. How many more people are going to die before this is all done? I have a suspicion that everyone in this game is going to die. Or most people are anyway.
Run like the wind.
I'm worried Jill's gonna die. because her romance arc is finished now.
Alright.
Joshua is not long for this world. He's gonna die eventually. Whether at the end or sometime before. Barnabas is obviously going to die. Because we're going to murder him. For being a dick. For being a religious, God-fearing dick. Oh, excuse me? Alright, well, if you're gonna go, we're leaving. Excuse me? Fucking tether or don't tether, you stupid thing. Sorry. Don't mind me. So, the way the story is written is very much written like we're written very much in tragedy kind of mode here. The way the world is set up, I would be very, very surprised if,
This might take a while.
everyone survives. Or if even half of everyone survives. I'd be pleasantly surprised. That'd be nice. But, the way this world is written is definitely not a world where, you know... It all also kind of depends on where the story takes us after the last Mothercrystal is gone. Because we still have no idea where Ultima is or how to actually fight Ultima. Because Ultima is God knows where. I don't want the Jill to die either. But it's one of those things where I'm like, this would be... I could see this happening pretty easily.
Oh no. You'll pay for this.
I don't think they really are thinking too much.
Survivors.
All the more reason to rid this place of echoes.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
Not just my theory that everybody's gonna die. The game could pleasantly surprise me and be like, nah, everybody's fine. That'll be fine.
Should have stayed in the path. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. Thanks to them, and...
You call that, your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying.
We are charged with a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you to...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. Now, to what do we owe...
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. That is most kind.
God.
May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
Clive's like... Do not
It's
like.
one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey...
Forgive them, Clive. The Undying live by a very different creed, and nothing we say will change that. Come. Let us deliver their findings to Cyril, that their deaths might not be in vain.
Look how Josh was like, yeah, I've tried to have conversations with them, but that's not gonna... None of that works, man. They are a very peculiar people.
Ah, here.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform...
Cyril. Losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not were these your orders?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point of... The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless... We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril. But allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him as first shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
I mean, Clive is 100% right here. Being stupid about how you do things is not going to actually, you know, help anyone. It's kind of like, oh, we'll just throw our lives away if it helps our duty, it's fine. It's like, well, wait a minute. Let's think about this logically for a few seconds. If you're willing to throw your life away every single time a difficulty comes up that might potentially necessitate it. Except it doesn't really, because, you know, you could always find ways around it. It's kind of pointless.
We were just about to make a start on that.
It's funny, but none of this...
Alright.
You remember Camille? Well, the steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old, and that wet stone from the Outer Isles. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that. Right.
To the bellows it is then.
Well,
Looks like a good sword.
The sword to end all swords.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history, but we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Jesus. Jesus Christ. Glamdering. Let's see what glam. Oh, got their damn wrong. Excuse me, I thought it was glamdering. Got their damn wrong.
And if it hadn't been for you... What do you want?
So, let's see. Got their damn wrong requires the Ragnarok, 3 Orichalcum, 2 Darksteel, and a primitive battle horn. We haven't found any Darksteel yet. The primitive battle horn makes me think that we're going to run into that with, what do you call it? Freaking...
Anything else?
Probably, a behemoth. That sounds like a behemoth to me. Oh no, there's more hunts! More hunts active! God dang it, game. How many more side quests and hunts and everything else must you throw at me? Alright, what we got? What is this? A tricephalic terror. Oh, good. It's a chimera. Okay.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours.
So many ability points.
Here you are.
Swift shot.
All done?
Okay. I think we can get the terror done. I don't think that'll be impossible to do. I think they'll actually be pretty easy to pull off, providing we don't get completely nuked.
With Canva in the hands of a Akashic.
Ah, sir. Good, thank.
I'll fit him to the smelter.
Not to break this episode up and put the stream up in the two videos, but I'm gonna let it go for a while. Okay.
May I... The Telemon furnace!
She's a beauty.
You saved my beacon again, Sid!
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that.
You could just...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. And I reckon I know how. It's a metal, see? So it's
stretchy metal.
That is the spirit.
They just want to keep giving me more things. More things. Now I can hold more potions. Not that I need more. But here, have lots more potions.
So? Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Can't think of any right now, but maybe even out there. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the adventure.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Hooray. Okay. Well.
So,
let's go check the missives really quick just in case. For some reason, I have new quests that have arrived in the missives. Because they won't pop up on the map unless you go over there. There's just so many quests, oh my god. I mean, I like learning more. I like seeing everybody's stories wrapping up with Wade and Martha. Like seeing what happens in Dalamel, seeing what happens with Eloise and Theodore. Like seeing what happened with Quentin. But dear God. Okay. I do have an idea where the Chimera is going to appear, because I was running around here at one point and I was like, this is a big open area. I can speak. Some days. I have a feeling because it's going to be a boss Chimera, it's going to need a really big open area to fight.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
So I think it's going to be on the southeast side over here. The question will be, do I have enough potions and everything else to, you know, survive an encounter with it? And that I do not know. But we'll know very shortly.
All right.
Yep, there it is. That's what I was thinking. There's just this very scenic area over here with the tornadoes and everything. I was kind of like, this, I could see them putting a boss out here. Gorgamera. Oh, yay. The giant chimera from FF14. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. That's fine. Oh god. Okay. That's a multiple of them. Goodbye. That wasn't too hard. 16,500 XP, not nearly as much as that stupid dragon. Aha. Third piece of orichalcum I need. Alright, I have Shiva unlocked now. Haha, okay. Okay. Ooh. I almost have all the abilities to a place where I can assign them wherever I want them now. Alright. We've done everything we can so far. Let's go. Oh, get my